Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Friday, June 29th, 2018. Well, we finally made it to the end of the week and we get ready for our long weekend, depending on how you look at things. I've had some people say that the 4th of July weekend is this weekend on through the middle of next week. Others say Wednesday starting on through next weekend. I don't know. Just enjoy the weather because it's going to be hot and humid and a great time to go to the beach. What I can tell you is that high pressure is in control for today with clear skies expected for the most part. We have a weak northwesterly wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and temperatures generally range from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior and upper 60s to lower 70s everywhere else. On the surface map, high pressure is taking control throughout the region. This high pressure system will shift off the coast by the time we get to tomorrow, with a weak southwesterly wind in place throughout the region. As a result, the radar is pretty much high and dry, not much really going on. And on the infrared satellite picture, we do have some cirrus dropping south, but that is about it. Clear skies are in place throughout the region. So let's dive into this forecast, which is going to be pretty hot and humid. We already have heat advisories issued for the New York City Metro for tomorrow. Look for that to expand into the Philadelphia Metro later on today. And basically, it is going to be one of those weather patterns where we're going to see hot and humid weather conditions dominating much of the region outside of Long Island. If you want to stay cool, and I mean cool in terms of staying below 90 degrees, head towards Long Island, especially the South Shore of Long Island, with that southwesterly wind coming right off the Atlantic. That's where you're going to have temperatures holding into the lower to mid 80s. Everywhere else, especially as you head towards the Delaware River Valley this weekend on through early next week, you're talking about high temperatures in the lower to mid 90s, mid 90s in many locations, with a heat index pushing over 100 degrees. So definitely a bit toasty out there. So for today, high pressure will be in control with sky cloud cover. Look for temperatures to rise into the mid to upper 80s throughout the region. Lower to mid 80s on Long Island. For tonight, look for sky cloud cover, some locally dense fog towards the morning hours. Lows in the mid 60s. For tomorrow afternoon, sky cloud cover and an isolated thunderstorm is possible but not likely. Look for temperatures to range from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the rest of the coast, and lower to mid 90s in your urban areas in the Delaware River Valley. For Sunday, same scenario. Locally dense fog possible in the morning, isolated thunderstorm possible in the afternoon but not likely. For the most part, hazy, hot, and humid out there with lows in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Highs in the lower to mid 80s on the South Shore of Long Island, mid to upper 80s over the North Shore of Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the immediate coast, and lower to mid 90s everywhere else. The heat index over 95. On Monday, same scenario, rinse and repeat. High pressure in control, scattered cloud cover expected. Watch out for locally dense fog in the morning and an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon. Lows in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, lower to mid 90s in your urban areas. Tuesday, a very weak cold front will approach the region. Not much of an impact on the area for the most part. An isolated thunderstorm is possible but not likely. Look for lows in the lower to mid 70s, highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley, and of course on Long Island, as I said, lower to mid 80s are expected. On Wednesday, again, another weak cold front will attempt to move through, not really make much of an impact. Look for a threat for an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. Look for lows in the lower to mid 70s, highs in the mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast. Now on Thursday and Friday, a few weak disturbances are going to start to move through, leading to the threat for a few isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. And this will also lead to some cooler temperatures. Still muggy though. Look for lows on both days in the lower to mid 70s, so the humidity is going to be high. But high temperatures will range throughout the region in the mid to upper 80s, lower to mid 80s, as you move towards Long Island. But again, that humidity is going to make it feel more like it's above 90 degrees. And the good news is that for next weekend, although it looks to be a bit stormy, we'll definitely be cooling off with temperatures falling back into the 70s and 80s for highs. That is your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NY and JPA weather. And as always, stay safe out there.